Okay, let's take a minute to talk about strategic placement. So, strategic placement is also known as stacking, although we don't ever want to call it stacking when we're corresponding because it's just really not the proper name. But strategic placement is building your organization or your team in a strategic way. And so there are some changes that are being made to policies and procedures which will be in place starting on July the 5th. And strategic placement is basically when you change the sponsor for one of your new members. So when you sign a new member up for Young Living, you are technically both their enroller and their sponsor. And you want to remain their enroller, remain the one who is responsible for getting them educated on the safe usage of their essential oils, and make sure that you're the one who's answering and corresponding with them about any questions they have regarding the business. But changing the sponsor of one of your members is helpful in building an organization where you can maximize commissions. So starting on July 5th, there's some new rules about strategic placement or changing of sponsors. The first major change to that is that you can only make one sponsor change. Now in the past, if you had, say, a new member that you signed up and you wanted to place them in Lori's downline, for example, you would be initially their enroller and their sponsor, and then you wanted to change them into Lori's leg, you would make Lori the sponsor. And then let's say, oh, I'm trying to hit gold, so I really want to move them into Tabitha's organization. In the past, I'd been able to send a second email to change that person into Tabitha's legs. But starting on July 5th, you can only make one sponsor change. That sponsor change needs to happen by phone or live chat within 5 days, or by email or other written correspondence with Young Living within 20 days. So this is another change. In the past, you had 30 days to make sponsor changes, and now you only have 20 days to make that sponsor change. A sponsor change needs to come from either the enroller or the new member, and it has to come from their email address on file with Young Living. So if your new member has 2 email accounts and they send a sponsor request change from the incorrect email address, it will not be recognized by Young Living. There will still be opportunities to do other sponsor changes after those 20 days are up, but it will require approval of 3 active upline, and it will also require a $35 fee, and it has to come from the member. So those are some big changes as far as sponsor change goes. I really encourage you to look at your organization in a strategic manner, and we'll be talking maybe in the next business class about how to build an organization to maximize your compensation.